Hello kids, we are going to talk about combining and separating shapes, and I'm going to give the PowerPoint presentation together with the explanation. So please prepare already your handouts with you with your pencils and some scratch papers. So as we go along with our discussion, you could also make your own observation and solution on that. Okay, thank you. So we already learned some geometric shapes, right? Such as circle, triangle, square. But when we are asked to select some of these shapes to form other pieces of shapes, what good method can we do? So we know that with the help of observation and imagination, we can actually solve it. So let's have already some of our examples, so we can already work on our mind trainers exercises, the warm-up practice, and the take the challenge. So let's have example number 1. Which two shapes on the right must be used to assemble the figure on the left? On the left, we have a triangle there. So by that, we could simply use observation to select two shapes given on the right to form a triangle. So we could have figure A and figure C. We can put also together figure B and figure D. So that's it for example number 1. We have the next example. In this, we will be forming a rectangle. We can actually put figure A and figure C together. And we can also have figure D and B together. For the next example, to form a trapezoid, we could have the figure D and figure C together. And for the last one, for example number 1, we're going to form a circle. So we have figure A and figure D. Let's go to example number 2. Example number 2, let's all do it together. You choose a shape on the right and assume there are several pieces on the same shape to assemble them to form as the figure on the left. So according to the shape of the figure and the length of the line segment, it can be known that figure 1, figure 2, and figure 4 in the graph on the right cannot be combined with the given graph on the left to form a square. So the best choice that we have is figure 3. When we combine them together, we could form this shape. Okay, now let's go to number 3, example number 3. A square glass plate was falling down from the table and has been cracked. A piece of it has been lost as shown on the right. Observe the 4 figures with label 1 to 4 below. Which number is the missing part in the broken square glass plate? So please refer on the broken glass plate on the left figure. So the falling corner is an irregular figure. You have to observe it carefully. There are 2 ways to think about it. First way is looking at the corner that's falling down. Which one of its side is a right angle and fits exactly the missing part of the square. The second way to see which part of the corner that's falling down is a convex shape, that which fits exactly on the side that is concave in the square. Yes. So for that, the answer for this that is figure 3. Now let's already go to our warm-up practice. Number 1. Which of the following figures inside is made up of 6 identical squares? So for figure 1, so we need to have 6 identical squares. So for this, we could actually say that figure 1 we can make only 3 identical squares. Number 2, 3, 4. Number 3, it's also 4, and for number 4, it makes 6. So let's have that. As you can see, we can draw lines there to separate them and make an identical square. So those dotted lines would probably help us visualize that figure 4 is made up of 6 identical squares. Let's go to problem number 2. A rectangular wooden board was broken into 2 pieces. Which figure below is missing from the rectangular wooden board on the left? So what do you think, kids? So as you observe there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would gives us this. Now let's go to example number 3 already. No, practice number 3. Which of the following groups of figures can be assembled into a square? We need to put a check in the parentheses. Square. So please be observant, and we are going to make a square out of those given. So from that, I will gonna show you how it is being done. That figure with this, and then put them together. That would probably make a square. So that's 1. That figure and this figure, 2 triangles, you put them together, that would probably make a perfect square. So there are 2 choices for that. Now for number 4, we need to connect 2 figures on the left on each problem. Which one will be on the right? So we have to connect it with a line. I'll be giving you a little time for that. Then we are going to answer it. You just put them together and then connect. So get your pencils now. You connect, and I'll give you a little time for that. That's just easy if you are very observant kids. So for the first figure, let's see, it can form as that. Next figure, that one. I hope that you have also the same answers as the correct answers. So that's it for number 4. Now let's have number 5. We have to select a figure from the right and a figure on the left. So they are being named as figure 1, 2, figure 3, and figure 4. And we need to form a square. So we have to put a check on the corresponding number. Actually, so to form that, it has 1, 2 sides that is missing. So we have 1. As we can observe, it really formed a letter L, and that gives us what figure? That's figure number 2. Now the next one, letter B, we also have to select, and the correct answer there is figure 3. And for the last one, letter C, we need to make a square. So our choice is actually figure 3. So we're done with that. Now let's go to number 6. You divide the rectangle below into 2 shapes of the same size and shape, and then reassemble those 2 parts into a square. So we are going to divide them, and then we will be reassembling them to form a square. So to divide it properly, please follow this line, that, and that line. And then so when we are going to have it already, how to make a square out of those pieces, we need to make it a square by doing like this. You see, as you can see, it's already a square. So those two shapes that were divided, you are going to put them back together as shown on the other part, on the right side. So that's it, kids. Now we're down to that's actually the last of the warm-up practice. Now this time we will be doing some exercises on maintain your skills. So the very best thing that you are going to do here is really use your imagination and be observant on the figures given. So let's have the first item on maintain your skills. Number 1 here, divide the figure below into two pieces of the same size and shape. So how do you think would that be? So I'll be giving you 5 counts to do it. And then I'll be showing you how to divide it properly. So you can check your answer. So your time starts now and I'll be counting already. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, kids. And for the answer, I'll be showing it on the right side. Oh no, I'll be drawing it a line, sorry. So that line shows how to divide that figure into two pieces of the same size and shape. So did you get it correctly? Now let's go to number 2. We are going to divide the given figure below into 4 pieces so that each piece is the same size, the same shape, and contains a small circle. So all the figures that are divided must have the same shape, size, and it contains a small circle. So actually, for this, the figure that we can have is this figure. So in order for us to divide it, so let's do it that way. That's the one, and then that's already divided. So as you can see, you can actually do it like that, and then that gives us the idea that this one is already divided into 4 pieces, and that 4 pieces has the same size, the same shape, and it contains a small circle. So this time, let's go to number 3. Cut the given rectangle into 2 pieces with the same size, the same shape, and then reassemble them together. What kind of geometric figure will result? So you have to cut it into 2 pieces. So let's have it. Then after that, let's see what are the shapes, the geometric figure that could be reassembled using those 2 pieces that are being cut. So kids, that's the way how to cut it, and then let's have the first shape. So when we are going to put them together, we can make a shape, a triangle shape, a triangle. Then we can have it also like that, and then like this, and then that one. Okay, and then that one. So that's for number 3. Now let's go to number 4. We're down to number 4 already. And I'm sure you are having fun cutting the figure, drawing lines there, dotted lines. So let's have this, number 4. Look at your handouts, kids. You cut the figure below into 4 pieces and reassemble these 4 pieces into a square. So how do you think could we cut it? I'll give you 5 counts for that. Okay, let's start now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And time's up. Okay, I'll show you how to cut it properly. Okay, so let's cut it that way. You take out that triangle, and you also have to take out one triangle and one irregular shape there. How to reassemble that to form a square? So let's see. Okay, put it there. There. Okay, so that triangle, let's put it there. And then put the other small triangle on top and the irregular one there. So that dotted line shows us a square. So we're done for number 4. Did you get it correctly, kids? So now let's have number 5 already. Assemble the 4 pieces of wood below together to form a triangle. Oh, you have already an idea how to do it. We are going to form that a triangle. So how to do that? Let's put figure 3 and 4 down and 1 and 2 up. And that's it. That's how to make a triangle. Okay, so let's have number 6. So we have to assemble the 5 pieces of wood below to form a big square. Can you do it? Okay, so let's try. Let's see if you can get the correct answer. Please try, kids, because in trying you are learning. Use your imagination. So I'll give you a little time to form. Then after that, I'll show you how to form it. So let's have it. Okay, so do you have it now? Time's up. Okay, now I'll be showing you how to do it already. Let's have this. Okay, so as you can see, that figure is already, that's how to form that figure there. Okay, so are you done? Okay, now it's time for us to go to, okay kids, now let's go to number 8. It says there, cut the rectangular shape of paper below into 2 pieces and form a triangle. So you already have an idea how to do that, because a while ago we already have some examples about it. So I'll show you how to cut it into 2 pieces. So that dotted line shows how to do it. And then in order for us to form a triangle, I'll be showing it on the right side. So that's a triangle, kids. So you can actually put the 2 triangles together and then form a bigger one. Okay, cut triangles. Now let's move on to number. Okay, this is what we're going to do for the next one. You cut a parallelogram. This is actually a parallelogram. You cut it into 2 pieces to form a trapezoid. So that's the one that has that is being cut there. It's shown as where the arrow. So I'm going to show you where will we put it so you can make a trapezoid. So that figure being cut, I'll be showing it to you where I go. Oh, that's how to cut it. And then after that, you bring it there up and then put it there. And that figure on top is already a trapezoid going down to the dotted lines. So the next one, number 10. You cut the isosceles triangle below into 2 pieces to form a rectangle. So that's a triangle, and then we're going to cut it. I'll be showing it to you that's how to do it. And then after that, bring the other one to the right side. And then while bringing it, that's how to form a rectangle. You have to be very observant, kids, as you are going to view these slides that I'm going to show you. So you can actually imagine how it is being transferred to the other side. and how you are going to do it. So that clearly tells us, that clearly shows us that the new form 1 is a triangle. So, and that's it. Okay. Okay, now let's go to number 11. It says there, you cut the square below into 4 pieces and rearrange them to form 2 identical squares. So are you going to do that? So I'm going to show you where you're going to cut it. Do you have any idea already, kids, how to cut it? So this is how to cut it. Those dotted lines there shows that you already have 4 pieces of that square. And then now let's see where those pieces goes so you can form squares. So the first triangle there, you are going to put it together with the triangle located at the right, and that's already 1 square. And then the next triangle there on the left side, put it on the triangle, put them together down below, and that forms another square. So you already have 2 identical squares there. So did you do it? I'm sure you really did it, kids. Now let's go to the next one. That's an isosceles. You cut the isosceles triangle below, and then you rearrange them to form 2 triangles. So let's cut those triangles below. That's actually a trapezoid. So let's cut the isosceles triangle. So I'll show you how to do that. That's that dotted line, cut that, and then you are going to transfer them, that triangle, to the other side. So it's actually transferred there already, and that forms 1 triangle, and then the middle part that leaves the other triangle. So you already have 2 triangles there. So did you get it, kids? That's very good. Now let's have number 13. You cut the rectangle below and rearrange them to form a triangle and a parallelogram. You see? You are going to form a triangle and a parallelogram. So do you have idea already how to do that? Okay, think, kids. I'll be giving you a little time to think about it. And then after a while, I'll be showing you how to do it. You're just going to follow the slides that I'm going to show to you. Okay, so time's up. Now let's do this already. Do you have you look at your answers? So you have to cut it that way, and then after that, you already have like that. And then transfer that triangle to the other side. That makes already a parallelogram. So the middle part is the triangle, then the left part is a parallelogram. So did we get it correctly? Okay, this time let's go to, that's already the parallelogram, and that's the triangle. So that's already. Okay, let's go to number 14. You cut the figure below into 3 pieces, into 3 places, and form a rectangle. So this figure below, so do you know already how to do that? I guess you have already. Actually, we have a toy like that. You are going to form, it's actually can form any shape. So it's just how we are going to. I don't know if you already have a toy like that, but I saw some children, some kids like you playing toys like that. You're going to form any shape. You can form a snake out of it. Can form any figure out of it. So I guess that's how your imagination will work out. So let's have that. So this is where we cut it. We cut the two identical squares there, and then you cut an L portion there, and then how to form a rectangle. So transfer the two identical squares there, actually, there. And then the L part on the other side, and the other part, the L part on the left side, the other L part on the right side, put them together, you could actually form a rectangle. So did you get the idea already, kids? Very good. Now let's go to number. Okay, kids, now let's have number 15. You cut the figure below into two pieces and form a rectangle. So do you already know how to do this? Those highlighted lines there, that is the part where you are going to cut. Then where are you going to bring it to form a rectangle? Now I'm gonna show you, kids. So this is where it goes. Cut it there and then bring it on the other side. Okay, so that's it. Now let's go to number 16. You cut the figure below into three pieces and form a square. So you may either do it on the right side or on the left side. Do you have idea already, kids? So as you can observe it, we can cut three small squares there on the left side, on the right side, and the other side, and then bring it to the middle part on the other side. So let's have it. Let's try. Let's do it this way. Okay, cut those three on the right side, and then after that, bring it there, down. Okay, and then, so as you can see, you already formed a 4 by 4 square. Okay, so this time, let's go to number, so that's a 4 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So okay, this time we have number 17. So there are 4 geometric figures below. Each figure is composed of 4 small squares. So you assemble these 4 figures into a big square and show the position of each figure. So you really did you imagine already how to do that, kids? You are going to use those 4 figures given there. And actually, we can make a 4 by 4 big square. So do you have already any idea where is it? Okay, so this time I'm going to show you how is the big square looks like, and where is the position of each figure. Okay, so this time, this is where it is. So, and that's it. Now let's have number 18. Now we were going to arrange the 5 geometric figures below. Each figure is composed of 5 small squares. We need to assemble again these 5 figures to make it a big square. And the answer for that, do you still need time to think about it? Okay, so I'll be giving you a time for that. So this time, the answer for that is this one. Okay, can you already observe? Okay, did you observe where those figures? Okay, so that's how to do it. Now, down to the last number before we are going to have or maintain your skills. So for number 19, let's use the 3 geometric figures below. Each figure is composed of 5 small squares. You assemble these 3 figures to make a rectangle. This time we are going to make a rectangle. So I guess I need to show it already how to do that. And this is your triangle, a rectangle I mean. So that's figure 1 on the left side, 2 on down below, and 3 on top of number 2. So that's it. Now let's go to your... Okay, kids, now let's maintain your skills. Let's do the exercises and practices there. So, I guess you're having fun tracing, drawing lines, and imagining those figures that can be formed. So let's move on. Number 1, divide the figure below into 2 pieces of the same size and shape. So you're going to use quite your imagination and observe the triangles and the placement of triangles there. So we are going to divide it to make 2 pieces of the same size and shape. So this time I'll be showing you where the line should be, and it should be here, that. So, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the other side, left side, it has 10. And the other side also. And it looks the same. Did you get it? So that's it for now. Now let's go to number 2. Okay, this time let's go to number 2. It says there you have to divide the figure into 3 pieces of the same size and shape. Each piece must contain a small circle. Do you have any idea already what to do? So actually the part of your observation, you have to count how many rectangles does this figure have. So as you can see, 12. So when you divide it into 3 pieces, so 1 piece must have 4 rectangles. So it's part of the observation actually, kids. So can I show already where to divide it? Oh, that's the way how it is. So each already has 1 piece of circle, and then each figure has 4 small rectangles, and they are actually of the same shape. Okay, this time let's go to number 3. It says there you divide the given figure into 2 pieces so that they are of the same size and shape. So need to divide it. Do you have idea how to do that? So actually, I'll be showing you how to do it. And that is how you're going to divide that figure. So that they could already have of the same shape. Okay? Number 4. You cut the figure below into 2 pieces and reassemble them into a square. So how to do that? This is how to cut it. It's already shown there. That's how it is. Okay, so this time, let's have number 5 already. Okay, let's have this number 5. You cut the rectangle below into 4 pieces and reassemble it into a square. Actually, it is being cut like this. And then after that, you put the 2 triangles on top. 2 triangles on top. And you are going to form it as into a square. So the left triangle and the right triangle, put it on top of it. Okay, the next one, number 6. The middle figure is a big circle with a hole of square shape in the middle. Divide the whole figure into 4 pieces of the same size and shape so that each piece has a plain white small circle and a shaded black color small circle. So this time, I'll give you time how to do it. And do you have idea how to do that already? Okay, I'll be showing you how to do it already. Oh, that's it. Can you see, kids? That's where your lines must be. That's how to divide a figure into 4 pieces. Okay, so each one has 1 shaded black and the one that we have colored also. So we have two circles there with shaded one and unshaded. Now let's move on to number 7. You cut the figure below into 3 pieces and reassemble these 3 pieces to form a square. So, time to think, kids. And let's have it already. This is where to cut it, there. And then after that, you form it that way. So, the 2 cutted triangles there, you put it on the right and the left side to make it a square. Did you get it, kids? So that's it. Now let's go to number 8. You cut the figure below into 4 pieces of the same size and shape. So actually, we have the same example, the same item a while ago. So I'm sure you already have an idea how to do it. You can recall. So you have idea where to cut it. Let's go. Let's cut it. I'll be showing you how. It's there. And then the other one and the other one. It's already 4 pieces. So we have a trapezoid, another one. So we have 4 trapezoids there. And they are actually of the same size and shape. Okay, did you get it, kids? Okay, now let's go to number 9. Here it is. That's an equilateral triangle. We are going to cut a portion of that. And then let's form a parallelogram. So, do you have idea how to do it? You transfer the one that you cut into another side, it's either left or right, and you have to come up a parallelogram. Okay, so how to do it? It's this way, kids. There, cut the upper part, put it down. It should be upside down. And the form, that one. Okay, it's there. Did you get it? And that dotted line there, the other side, that makes a parallelogram. Okay, now kids, we have the last one, 4. And then after that, we will be going to the Take the Challenge. Now we're down to number 10. It says there, you cut the figure below into 4 pieces of the same shape, same size, and then assemble into a rectangle. So do you have already idea how to do it? And then this time, I will show you how. Okay, so let's have it. This is how to do it, kids. Those highlighted squares there, that's how to do it. Actually, you need to count the small squares. And then after that, in order for you to cut it into 4 pieces, you need to divide it by 4. So each piece must have 4 small squares. And then after that, we are going to reassemble it, and that's how it is. So you have a rectangle there. Did you get it? This time, let's go to your Take the Challenge. Now, let's have that. You cut the rectangle below along the grid line into 4 pieces of the same size and shape, or the same shape after you flip it, so that each piece contains a word of 4 English letters, love. So each piece must have a word, one word. It's either L-O-V or E. So again, count those squares in order to have equal. Okay. Of the same size, they must have this equal spaces. So can I show you already how to answer that? I guess you already solve it on your own. Actually, before I'm going to show, you have to try also how to do it. Use your imagination, you observe, count those small rectangles or squares there. And then after that, you can flip it up. Oh, that's how. Oh, can you see? That is how to make it. So actually, that's the answer. And those dotted lines there are the one being cut. Okay, now this time, let's go to number last two. So divide the isosceles trapezoid below into two pieces and then assemble these two pieces to form a large triangle. So you actually cut, you divide, and then after that you are going to put it on the other side, and then make sure when you put it on the other side, you put them together, you could make a large triangle. And let's have it. Now I'll be showing you how it is. So actually that one. The piece being cut there is on top, and then put it on the right side, and then you can already form a large triangle. Okay, did you get? Very good, kids. Now the last one. We are going to there are 12 numbers in an 8 by 8 square below. So calculate the sum of these 12 numbers. Then cut the large square into two pieces of the same size so that the sum of every 6 numbers is 39. So let me show it actually directly how. So you can, you see, those numbers are plotted there. And this is where we are going to do it. So, if you are going to count it, the sum of those 6 numbers of each piece is actually 39. So, it's actually 2 large pieces. And that's it, kids. Thank you very much. This is Teacher Ann. Wishing you all well. Let's all stay safe and let's have fun learning. Thank you, MTG kids.